What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back. And also, guys, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see an email address. Guys, you can tell me if you got a story you want to tell, or if you got something you want to share with the viewing audience. By all means, guys, you can drop it off, and I'll make a video about it. I'll give you a shout out. Or if you just want to say hi, my time is your time, guys. The email address is right there. You guys can have it. But guys, listen. I want to talk a little bit about the new details that has come out from the former Doraville police officer, Myles Bryant, and, you know, the situation with him supposedly murdering 16-year-old Susana Morales. And this happened in Gwinnett County. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the details that the Gwinnett County Chief of Police, I think his name is Chief DJ McClure, I think. JD McClure. And he spoke a little bit, and like he said a couple of interesting things. And just to go into the mind of the psyche of this moron, Myles Bryant, and show how devious and stupid he was at the same time when he committed this atrocity against this young girl. Now, a lot of people heard the story. A lot of people didn't hear the story. Supposedly her body was spotted on, what was it, February 6th of this year by a passerby on a highway, I guess looking down into a ravine. She was on the side of the ravine in a wooded area near, I guess, a lake or whatever. Somebody spotted it, called the police. Come to find out, Susana Morales was missing since what? July 27th of 2022. Now I want you guys to remember that date, July 27, 2022, because it's a fact that I just learned from listening to the chief of police in Gwinnett County. And a little bit about the case. She was visiting her friend's house in an apartment complex called Indian Crossing, and it's the same complex that Myles Bryant lived at. Now, in my last report about this, I didn't know if he was an officer, you know, when he got arrested. Come to find out he was. As soon as they found out that he had something to do with it, they fired him on the spot and then arrested him. So he was a cop when he did that, which makes this all the more messed up. Supposedly, in other reports I've seen, Myles Bryant lived in Indian Crossing, and sometimes he would do security. So whether he was in uniform or not, when he lured her into his I guess, vehicle or whatever, you know, it remains to be seen as details are still emerging. But this is what they got so far, guys, and I'm sharing with you. She was reported missing 9 a.m. on the 27th of July, right? Now, the 26th, she went over to a friend's house, and she never came home. So she was reported missing 9 a.m. They said she was shot. They said that's part of the cause of death. She was shot, right? There was a firearm found at the scene where her body lay. Now, with her parents reporting her missing at 9 a.m. on July 27th, guys, check this out. They said her time of death, they believe, was the same day that she was reported missing at 9 a.m. between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. So that means this guy had this woman for at least almost over 24 hours alive before he killed her. Now, Mr. Bryant, in 2018, he tried to break into a next door neighbor's window. You know, because this guy has a stalking tendencies. He tried to break into the neighbor's window. She refused to press charges. Now, in 2022 of December, which just passed, guys, this moron tried to break into another place. And, guys, just take a look at this news footage.
And the killing of the 16-year-old girl, Susana Morales, a former Doraville police officer already accused of dumping her body, is now being charged in her murder.
This is a teenager who vanished last summer. Her remains weren't found until 2 weeks ago. Today, Gwinnett County Police gave us a clearer picture of how Susana crossed paths with her alleged killer, this man, Myles Bryant. Atlanta News First reporter Zach Summers is live at the Sterling Glen Apartments off Indian Trail, Lilburn Road in Norcross. And Zach, you learned that that's where Bryant lived.
Yeah, and we also learned Susana Morales was visiting a friend at this very same complex Myles Bryant both lived and worked security detail. She was here for 4 hours the night of July 26th. Investigators say after an interaction with Bryant, the teen was never seen or heard from again.
We have a very solid case.
Gwinnett County Police say they are confident a former Doraville police officer is responsible for the death of 16-year-old Susana Morales.
This is an unspeakable tragedy. This type of crime at the hand of a law enforcement officer evokes anger, even within the ranks of this agency.
Myles Bryant now charged with the murder and kidnapping of Morales on or around July 27th, the same day the teen's family reported her missing.
We have looked at the idea or if there was some type of knowledge or relationship, but so far we have not made that connection.
Chief J.D. McClure says Bryant approached Morales around 10:30 the night of July 26th as she was leaving a friend's Norcross apartment where Bryant also lived. It's unclear if he used his job as a police officer to lure the teen. According to the latest arrest warrants, Bryant abducted and killed Morales, then dumped her naked body, indicating she may have also been sexually assaulted. Investigators linked the 22-year-old to the crimes after searching a wooded area in Barrow County where Morales' body was found on February 6th.
We located a firearm, as I mentioned before, that Myles had reported stolen. We believe that at some point he may have simply lost the weapon there.
How or why Morales was killed is still unknown. However, court documents show Bryant had a history of trying to break into the homes of girls he had a romantic interest in. We know of at least 2 incidents, one from 2018, the other as recent as December.
And we're conducting an investigation on that case. We do believe that warrants are forthcoming.
And Bryant's personnel file with Doraville Police details a December incident where he was accused of stalking a young woman. His supervisor, however, concluded there was no evidence of wrongdoing. Investigators say Bryant used his department-issued phone during the alleged crimes against Morales.
Well, guys, you seen that, the last part of the video, how creepy this dude was and how dangerous he was. You know, it's bad enough that, you know, women got a lot to worry about, but ladies, I want you to listen to me clearly. You know what I'm saying? Stay off them dating apps, which this doesn't have anything to do with it. But don't trust anybody you come up in contact with until you really know what they're about. You know, one of these ladies, I think the one in 2018, or no, the one in 2022, I think, was the one that knew him from school. And they were just casual and talking and stuff like that. And you see he grabbing on the door and all of that stuff. He eventually broke into place. You see how big that dude was? 22 years old, and he was huge. And ladies, just be careful out there, man. I mean, everybody smiling in your face ain't your friend, man. And getting back to this piece of shit, man, and what aggravates me is he got the same last name as me. No relation. I don't know this dude. But she was 16 years old. First thing is this: what you doing dealing with at 22 years old, dealing with a 16-year-old? She was a 10th grader at most. You've been in the world already. 22 years old, you should have a college degree and be out there running laps in the real world. You have nothing in common with this child. And that shows what kind of monster this guy is. He used his influence, you know what I'm saying, as an adult or a police officer. And I think, because he has incel vibes all over him, he used his influence as a police officer and, you know, lured that girl and then took her. I don't know where he held her captive, but in other stories, guys, because, you know, he told them this stuff, he'd been confessing. In other stories, they showed investigators coming and taking sheets out of his pickup truck. He had like a Silverado pickup truck, a 4-door. So he had her in the car. So what I'm thinking, guys, honestly, I think he did all of his dirt, probably handcuffed her, and rode around with her in that car and, you know, went somewhere secluded and did his business with her until, you know, he found, you know, he realized, okay, I got to let her go. And he took her in the woods. And I think a struggle ensued, or when he shot her, he lost the gun in the woods in the dark and ran out of there. Because this is how he got caught, guys, in case you guys don't know. The day before, he reported that his gun was missing. So he had already planned, because remember, he had her for a day already. When he caught her, he made the thing, oh, my gun is missing. So it'd make it look like a killer came, took her in the woods, did all of that stuff to her, used his gun, and then he would be out in the clear. Then, this is another reason why he got caught. Because they say he filed a fake report. He filed a fake report, but he also was making calls about everything off of his state-issued phone. How dumb are you? I mean, you're dumb for doing this to a child, but I mean, this is stupid stuff. And her body, she died on July 27th in the middle of summer, and her body was found February 6th, decomposed. And that's a hell of a way to go, man. This is somebody's child, their baby. And for you to come and just innocently not even think about the family or just think about this is another life, and to just willfully just be that callous against somebody is a damn shame. Like, you can look at the girl. She's a pretty child. And she probably was a sweet girl. Life didn't even begin. And it was taken away from somebody who can't say, you know, can't get a date or something like that. I don't even know what his problem is. Because, I mean, when you look at him, how he look in court, this guy right here look off. Like, he looked like, you know, because there's a lot of guys out there, ladies, that cannot approach women. They're socially awkward, like I said before in other videos, and they're involuntarily celibate. And they don't know how. So, like, they get a lot of frustration, be it mental, sexual, whatever. And they just like, look, if I can't have you, I'm going to just take it. And that's what's scary nowadays. A long time ago, kids used to get snatched a lot. There used to be something called the Atlanta child murders. I don't know if you guys remember that. I mean, people my age do. And it was like panic across America. People would say they spotted the killer somewhere else. And this guy was out of Atlanta or out of some part of Georgia. I remember, black dude. And it was shocking that it was a black dude kidnapping people. Because normally, you didn't see black dudes kidnap kids and kill them and stuff. That wasn't a crime we was really attached to like that, you know. And that was shocking. This right here, he give off the same vibes. The guy had the same creepy glasses, you know. And I'll find the guy and I'll put his picture up here so you can see, and I'll put his name in there. You'll remember him. He looked like a junior version of him minus the afro. And man, look, I mean, made a young girl, Susana Morales, rest in peace. But that's a bad way to go. And just the desecration of human life. What goes through your head to where you get to the point where you devise a plan and feel confident about that plan that you're going to take a female, have her as you will, and then kill her and walk away like nothing ever happened? And this guy supposedly lived with a girl at the apartment. He had a girlfriend. How he didn't get caught, I do not know. Now, I don't know if he used chemicals or any type of rag on her face to knock her out or something, but I don't know. But, I mean, another cop story ain't the police fault, but he did use his influence, I think, to get that girl. Because I don't see her just getting in the car with somebody. But they said people seen her talking to him. He was the last person she was talking to before she left. So maybe he stopped her and was like, hey, I'm security. Are you okay, ma'am? Or something like this. Hey, I'm just going over. Hey, I can give you a ride. He might have made up something stupid like, yeah, they're looking for a guy around here. Just let me take you out the gate and take you to the corner. And then he probably kept on going with her. That's what I think happened. But anyway, guys, I'm just speculating. But I mean, all in all, this is a messed up crime. And it's messed up. Guys, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, man. Tell me how you think he got her in the car, in the truck or whatever. And I hope you get everything that's coming to him. As always, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. You know that. I appreciate you listening to me ramble. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.